All right, all right, all right. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Oh, thanks for the 3 likes already. We haven't even done anything yet. Oh, that light is way too bright. Makes me look too... Let me fix that for a second. Okay, that's better, I think. Let me mute that, okay. Awesome. Hi, everyone. Welcome. It's Sunday night. It is January the 12th. It is snowing here. I live in Richmond, a suburb of Vancouver, for those of you watching not from the Lower Mainland. It is snowing outside. Yeah, but I don't think it's enough to cancel school or work in the morning, but we'll worry about that tomorrow. Welcome, everyone, to Clay's Canucks Commentary Live right here on YouTube. I do this every Sunday night for about an hour on starting at 10 o'clock. And I see your Captain Benepal. I see, can you do the live streams at 9 because I have to go to bed because of school? Hey, man. Or lady, I think that's awesome. I think that means you're a good student. But no, I have to start at 10 because it's the best time for me. Because whether it's running errands, setting up for the week, doing garbage, taking the kids to church, bringing the kids home. Actually, Sean and Jake will probably join us in a little bit. 10 o'clock is the best time for me, and it's kind of established a nice routine for me. But Captain Benepal, you can always catch this on YouTube on my channel because it'll be posted right after, so you can watch it anytime, as early or as late as you want. So I'll do my quick intro and then we'll get right into the questions. 2 weeks ago, I learned that I spent too much time talking about myself. Last week was a lot better flow. So once again, thank you everyone for staying up and joining me. So my name is Clay Emo. I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club, and this is my Canucks Take all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks Commentary Live for Sunday, January the 12th. If you watch my videos on a daily basis, you know that is my standard intro. I'm a season ticket holder. I'm a haiku writer. I'm a parody song creator. And yes, I'm a daily vlogger on this YouTube channel. So thank you for joining me. And it's been a crazy week. Hey, you know, I'm only gonna do this twice a video. If you wanna hit the like button now, go ahead. It's nice, it always helps with the analytics, but you don't have to. I usually don't worry too much about likes and subscribers and stuff. It's probably why my channel isn't growing that fast, but that's okay. I do this because I enjoy doing it and I don't worry about comparing to other channels. I'm just grateful that you're here. Okay. This week, actually I messed up. At the end of last week's live stream, I said that the Canucks would play 3 games before today. They actually played 4. They played those 2 horrible ones that we want to forget about, the 9-2 loss in Tampa and then the 5-2 loss in Florida. But they followed that up with 2 great performances this weekend. The 5-2 victory the 6-3 victory in Buffalo, followed by today's 4-1 victory in Minnesota. So lost by 7, lost by 3, won by 3, won by 3. So it'll be, oh, Daniel, thank you. You know, I've never ever, it's funny, someone told me about this super chat thing. I don't know anything about it. I don't do this channel to make money, but I just see that Daniel Hammond actually, I guess, donated $2. I don't even know how you do that. I guess you got to set up a channel with your credit card or something. So Daniel, I don't know who you are, but I appreciate you, love you, brother, and thank you. I'm not sure if that money goes to me or it goes to something else, but maybe I'll see it in my AdSense account. So Daniel, thank you. Shout out to you. And maybe I should really, take you out for lunch or something. But we'll talk about that later. Anyways, so the Canucks had this awesome goal differential coming into this week. And then they gave away 10 goals right away, right? They lost by 7 to Tampa, lost by 3 to Florida. But they got 6 of those back with back-to-back 3-goal victories. And we can talk about the games individually, or we can talk about the week that was. But this is the week that was. A 7-goal loss, a 3-goal loss. Couldn't get out of Florida fast enough. The Canucks looked bad. They looked dispirited. I was really worried at the lack of pushback. And then we saw 2 really good games. The win in Buffalo where they dominated with a 4-goal third period yesterday. And then today, that win in Minnesota where they dominated with a 3-goal second period today. So it's nice to see the Canucks scoring in bunches. The guys that you need to score are scoring. The Petterssons, the Millers, the Bessers, the Horvats of the world. They're still getting secondary scoring from guys like Tanner Pearson, Jake Virtanen, and then Quinn Hughes, obviously, and Jacob Markstrom. What can you say about him? I was worried a little bit about the back-to-back starts this weekend, especially on the road with travel. The last time Markstrom started back-to-back, he lost in San Jose, and then he got blitzed in Vegas. You guys remember this. This is middle of December. He got blitzed in Vegas, and they had to bring Michael DiPietro in. But they didn't have to do that today. Markstrom was awesome. And don't let that 24 shot count distract you or not distract you or deceive you, I should say, because he played very well. A lot of those saves were very, very tough saves. Okay, so that's 2 wins, 2 losses. Well, other order, 2 losses, 2 wins. The Canucks, if they get some points in Winnipeg, it'll make for a 500 road trip. And the other big news of the week, and you guys know this, Quinn Hughes named to the All-Star game as the last man in for the Pacific Division. Awesome news. That means it is Elias Pettersson. That means it is Jacob Markstrom, although he's a replacement, doesn't matter. And that means it's Quinn Hughes. So 3 Vancouver Canucks, the most out of any team in the Pacific Division. Oilers have 2 with Draisaitl and McDavid, of course. But the Vancouver Canucks sending 3. And just think, if the Vegas Golden Knights had lost just one more game up until the first week of January, Travis Green would be the head coach. Can you imagine? Green and Pettersson and Markstrom and Hughes. Okay, so Jacob and Sean just got back from church. There's Jake. Jake, you're going to still join us at 10:45, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Jake will be joining us at 10:45. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the weather commentary. You can talk about that when it's your time to chat.
Right.
But you can get ready for dinner back there. That's fine. This is the thing. It's one take, right? So I'm very transparent. I'm very genuine, as you know. I bring you into my home because I trust you, and I don't tell the family that I can't come in this room just because I'm recording. So you saw Jacob. You'll probably see Sean in a couple of minutes. Sean, as you know, was in Mexico for Christmas, and now he's back. So he's a youth ministry leader at our Catholic Church of St. Paul's, and Jake is one of the participants. Oh, and there's Sean. Sean, say hi to all of you watching. There's actually 32 people watching right now.
Really?
Yeah. I have actually 32 people that want, and one guy actually gave me $2.
What? That's awesome.
Yeah. So we'll try and get.
Let's say donate $50, and my dad's gonna. What do you want to do?
I'll dance for everyone.
Shirtless?
Okay, easy there. Okay, maybe we're not.
$50.
Okay, maybe we'll bring Sean in later. I'm not sure, but we'll talk about that later as well. So Jacob's joining at 10:45, and if Sean joins at that time too, I will not complain. But those guys, I'm going to let them eat their dinner behind me because this is real life, right? And I think hopefully that's one thing that you've got to know about me is you trust me, and I won't, I'm not going to kick them out of their own kitchen just so I can have a quieter environment. But I trust these guys to be good, right? Okay, that's enough about me. Let's talk. Let's get to all your questions. We got a good 40 minutes to do this. So I'm going to start right from the start. And again, that's cool. So cool. I actually see on my screen, I see the $2 right in the top left corner. So thank you, Daniel Hammond. Again, I don't know who you are, but I appreciate you. Love your brother. Okay, Captain Benapau, Clay, can you do the live streams at 9 because I have to go to bed because of school? Like I said, right off the top, you're a good student, good job, but no, I have to do these at 10 because of things like this. Like if I did this at 9, then Sean and Jake couldn't be in it. But if I do it at 10, either Sean's bringing Jacob home or I can go pick him up and bring him back, and then and then we can get them in. And plus, like I said, this is a great time for me to do this as I wind down my week or get ready for it. Whoa, Daniel upped it to $5. No, now there's $6. I can't even keep track. You guys are amazing.
Good job.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay, stop distracting. You can have your time in a little bit.
Canucks.
Okay, easy there. Okay, here we go. For Tan and Punch, hi, hello. HSM Fangirl, that's High School Musical Fangirl, because I can see Troy and Gabriella in your icon. I think that's their names. Or it's Elsa and Anna. Oh, I messed it up. Hey, Clay, I'm back for this week's stream. I'm wondering what you thought of the Vertanen goal yesterday. If you're talking about the goal where Tyler Mott, I think it's the 5th goal that you're talking about in the Buffalo game, where it was a delayed penalty. Vertanen, I think, was the extra skater, because I don't think they throw Tyler Mott on there. Tyler Mott must have been almost getting off the ice. But I do remember them getting in the zone, Tyler Mott doing a beautiful backhand centering pass, and Vertanen one-timing it. I love Vertanen's goal. He's got a really, really good release, both on his snapshot and his wrist shot. His slap shot, not so, but hardly anyone uses slap shots now. So I like Vertanen's goal, and I think it was a really good insurance goal, right? I think at that time, the Canucks were up 4-3 from Besser's go-ahead goal, the game-winning goal. So I love Vertanen's goal, made it 5-3, and basically put the game away. And I thought it showed good hockey awareness. You know, one thing we've always talked about is we want Vertanen's hockey IQ to be better. I think he showed it on that goal. Great question. Austin Cranfield, hey Clay. Hey Austin, how are you? White Ninja 267, hello, hi. Goblin Toss Gaming, howdy Clay, how was your week? My week was awesome, thank you. A good week at work. Some of you may know I'm taking a master's out of the Augustine Institute. It's a Catholic college out of Denver. And I've had exactly a month off. My exam was December 13th, and I start again tomorrow. So I've had a great week, but I know starting tomorrow, I'm going to have to hit the books again. It won't affect my YouTubing. Nothing affects my YouTubing. But it's something. Otherwise, to answer your question, Goblin, it was a great week with family. Sean's back, excited about that. And we had some family, had some parties. You might have seen on my Twitter, I was at a 90s themed 40th birthday party. So I wore my old school Canucks windbreaker rain jacket and donned the earring just for last night, one time only. Yes, I do have a pierced ear. My boys don't think that's very cool. I'm not sure if it's cool. A 45-year-old man has a pierced ear. But yeah, the earrings still fit in, and we had a great time. So great week. Thank you for asking, and I hope Goblin Toss Gaming that your week was good as well. For Tan and Punch, hi Clay, hello. Daniel Hammond, hey Clay, hello. And as I get to the messages in order, Daniel Hammond. I'll thank you repeatedly down below. Harry Ma, hi Clay, great game today. Bo 2 goals. Yeah, Bo's good. His first goal today shows some really good hockey awareness. I think Dumba was trying to, I won't say like a Dumba play, but I think it was Pearson that centered it. Dumba got a stick on it, deflected it basically through his own goalie, through Dubnyk, and then Horvat put it in, and then the empty netter. Horvat's been playing very well. I know a lot of people kind of worry or fret about the fact that he doesn't score as much as he should, or that he doesn't score enough at home. But I think, remember, as the captain, yes, you want him to play well, but he probably does so many things well that we don't even know about. In the locker room, on the ice, communicating, officials, coaches, his teammates. I think Bo's doing just fine. And I was looking up just before I came on here. Yeah, he's sitting there now with 40 points in 46 games. I don't think we can complain about that. Vertanen Punch, talk about yourself all you want. Oh, Vertanen Punch, thank you. Very sweet of you, but no, I think I'd lose viewers if I did that. But actually, I will say this. For those of you that know me, either in person or online, I don't try and have a Canucks personality, then a church personality, then a work personality, then a husband personality, then a father personality. For better or for worse, I am who I am, very transparent, as you know, open book, and I like to have my faith, my family, my ministry, and my love for the Canucks all meld together. So if that turns some people off, so be it. I'm not here to judge, and I can't worry about that. I'm just here to present who I am authentically. So thank you for that. Goblin Toss Gaming, is your wife Marie Huey? Great question. I get that a few times a year. No, Marie is not my wife. My wife is the lovely Gail, and she is, we've been actually together for 30 years. We dated for 11 years before we got married. We're coming up on our 20th wedding anniversary. So we're going to our 31st year together. So that's my wife, Gail. But Marie is a good friend of both of ours from church days. So I've known Marie for about 18, 19 years, and really good friends. Her partner, Chris, their son, Ronan, are very good friends of our family. We're over at each other's places a few times a year. And of course, I'm blessed to collab with Marie musically about 3 or 4 times a year as well. So Gail, lovely, talented. Marie, lovely and talented. Gail, not as good a singer as Marie, but none of us are. Good question, Goblin. Austin, do you think the Canucks can come top seed in the standings by the deadline? By the deadline, I presume you're not saying trade deadline, but you're saying by the end of the season? Yeah, they're 1 point out, right? They're 1 point behind Calgary and Arizona, and they have 1 game in hand on Calgary and 2 games in hand on Arizona. So if you think that everyone wins the rest of their games, if you use that as a benchmark, basically a way to normalize or equalize the standings, yeah, Vancouver has a great chance to win the Pacific Division. Do I think that's going to happen? If I was a betting man, no, I would not put money on them to win the division. I think they've got a chance. They're showing they have a good chance. But, Calgary's a strong team. Arizona, I still wouldn't write Vegas out. I think those 4 teams are going to be battling. I think Edmonton is going to drop off. I know Edmonton started great. They dropped off, and they've been resurgence again. That casting Canuck thing, we can talk about that later. That was crazy. But I think Edmonton is going to drop out. So I see it being a 4-horse race between Calgary, Vegas, Arizona, and Vancouver. Vancouver could finish at the top of that. I'm not willing to put money on it right now, but I do think Vancouver will be in one of the 3 playoff spots. Not even a wild card. I hope that they be outright one of the top 3 in the Pacific. Fernando, hi. Hello, Fernando. White Ninja, if the Canucks traded for someone, who would you want them to trade for? Good question, White Ninja. I talked about this last week. I don't want them to trade. I don't want them to make any trades because as well as they're doing this year, I'm actually looking at next year and the year after that where the Canucks are going to be even better. So unless something falls in their lap where they don't have to give up much for someone who's on like a rental or someone who's on an expiring contract, that's what most rentals are, right? They're going to be UFAs on July 1st. I don't want the Canucks to give anyone up. Like for Tannen, no. I think you keep him. Troy Stetcher, are you worried about re-signing him? Maybe, but I don't think you trade him either. So I can't think of who I want to trade. And no one's going to take Louis Eriksson. Like, it's easy to say, Louis Eriksson and Brandon Sutter, but you got to be realistic. So I haven't thought about who the Canucks could target. They're the big name UFAs for next year that I don't think the Canucks are going to touch. Like guys like Hall and Holtby and Shattenkirk and Pietrangelo, right? That's kind of out of our league. We don't have the money for that. But then, Tyler Toffoli intrigues me because of his history with Tanner Pearson, right? There's other younger guys like Torrey Krug, but he'll probably cost a lot of money. So I'd go for a younger guy, but those guys will cost a lot too. All to say, I haven't really thought about it. I'll give it some more thought for sure, but I can't really picture the Canucks making a big splash with the trade. I think they're going to really go with the guys that they have. That's what I would do at least. Harry Ma, Quinn Hughes with an assist. Yep, that was a good shot today that Pettersson deflected. I believe that was the first goal of today's game. For 10 Punch, haiku writer, the volleyball anime. You know, it's funny for 10 to Punch. If you're still around when Jake joins at 10:45, ask him about that. Jacob's been watching, my son. So Sean's my eldest. He's 18. He's at Slaughter Business School. Jacob's 16. He's in grade 11 at Boyd, the national bowling champion. Jacob is the one who watched that volleyball anime. I watched it. It looked a little silly, despite me being Japanese, half Japanese, but that was kind of weird. But Vertan, you can ask him about that. But yes, I'm a master haiku writer, master of the 17 syllables. Baseball Jones, hey Clay, really starting to look forward to Sunday nights. Oh, thank you, Baseball Jones. Me too. Are you worried the Canucks will mortgage too much of the future at the deadline? Oh, great. I'm glad. You can obviously tell that I don't read these questions before I answer previous questions, or if that makes sense. You know what I mean? No, I'm not worried because I really think that Jim Benning has got a good sense of where his team is at. And I would hope that he understands that it's not just about this season. It's about going forward. If this is the baseline season, the foundational season, I can't wait to see what the Canucks do with second year of Quinn Hughes, a third year of Quinn Hughes, then Pettersson, Besser, Horvat, Miller for 3 more years, Markstrom if we re-sign him, when we re-sign him. You know, all these guys, Hoglander and Podkolzin coming up in the next couple of years. I think the future is bright, and no, I would not mortgage any of that for anything. That's just my opinion. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Oh, I got a thumbs down. Some people, maybe someone doesn't like this, but that's okay. Austin, do you think Quinn can win the Calder? I do. I think it's gonna be tough that Makar is back. You know, Olsen, you never wish ill will on anyone, but with his injury, I think it now becomes a 2-horse race between Makar and Hughes. I think if the Canucks perform well, and Hughes is a big part of that, I think he's got a decent shot. He really does. I wouldn't call him the favorite. I know a lot of people are naming him as the favorite. Others are still leaning Makar. Makar has better players to play with. Like we've talked about this, at least I have before, this whole comparison between the Avalanche and the Canucks. Avalanche are a bit further ahead. So you could argue Makar is not as instrumental to Colorado's success, as good as he is, as Hughes is to Vancouver's. So do I think he's got a shot? Yeah. Would I handicap odds? I don't know, 50-50 right now, but there's still a lot of games, a lot of time to be played. A lot of games to be played. You guys know what I mean. Oh, someone took out the thumbs down and made it I don't know if they made a thumbs up, but it's okay. Don't be afraid. Don't give me a thumbs down just because you feel like it, but you can be honest. I got a pretty good ego. I can handle it. Nuts and bolts. I think I know who this is, but I'm not sure. Are we still on with the Roaring Thunder mashup parody video, Clay? Nuts and bolts. I know you put this on like all my videos. Thank you. You're gonna have to remind me what the Roaring Thunder mashup parody is, and then we can chat. But I'm always open to ideas. There's Daniel Hammond with his first $2 one. I know he does more later, so I'll get to that in a bit. Hello, host. Hello, Lefty All Around. Super chat, you get 70%, 30%. Oh, Lefty All Around, thank you. Lefty, are you the one who told me about it when I did my first stream 2 weeks ago? And then thanks to you or whoever it was, I then activated it. And now I guess I get 70% of what people give. So Lefty, thank you for that. If that was you who suggested, I appreciate that as well. Silver Fox, what is going on with that power play? Yeah, or not ping on. Huh? What is going on with that power play or not ping on? I'm not sure what that means. But they scored once today, which is good, but they should score more, especially when it is 5-on-3. The Canucks simply have too much talent. I do like the way the second power play unit is much more direct. They gain the line pretty quick. Either someone skates it over or they pass it to one of the wings, you might notice, right on a guy standing at the boards. They advance it. That second unit of Myers on the back end, and then Pearson, Gaudette, Roussel, and Virtanen. Those guys, when you just say those names out, Pearson, Gaudette, Roussel, and Virtanen, they're not the most skilled guys ever. They're more north-south direct players, and it shows in the way they do the power play. They get the puck in, and they hammer the puck at the net, and they make things happen. I think sometimes the number one unit of Hughes, Besser, Pettersson, Miller, Horvat, because they're so skilled, they might get too cute. They might make the overpass or an extra pass. I think they just got to start hammering pucks at the net because they got guys that can shoot, and they got guys in Pettersson, Horvat, and Miller that can, and Besser, all four of them, that can deflect pucks as well. So I think that's what they got to do. It's not that they're so predictable. I just think that they don't shoot enough because they're getting too cute. Is it snowing where you are? Yes, MRG, yes, it is snowing lightly, but we will see, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Harry, hey Clay, will you be at the game on January 16th? Yes, I'll be at the Arizona game on the 16th, and I'll be at the San Jose Sharks on the 18th. San Jose Sharks, I'll be working with, actually, I can't say too much now. You'll just see in my videos over the next few days. I think starting on Tuesday, I can talk about it formally. But yes, I'll be there 16th as a fan and 18th as a fan, but also working in collaboration with with a company. I'll just say that for now. It's a sponsored thing. It's kind of cool, but you'll see. You'll see later in the week. All right, here we go. Austin, thoughts on Tyler Mott? Austin, I like Tyler Mott, definitely for the price we're paying him. He goes up and sometimes. Last year, I was worried about his consistency. This year, I think he's been fine. You know, he works hard. He's a decent penalty killer. That line, you know, has been really good. Then they kind of tailed off for a bit, and they've been really good again. So I think overall, he's been fine. I'm just not sure if they're going to bring him back next year. I think he's an RFA, if I'm not mistaken. I should look that up. Someone can let me know if he's an RFA or UFA. I know we got like 11 guys that are UFAs or RFAs, but I don't think Tyler Mott's a UFA. I think the only UFAs are Markstrom, Tanev, and I'm probably missing someone. But you guys can correct me to look that up before we started today. All right, Harry retracted his message. Okay, hopefully he didn't make fun of me. Quentin, 1 a.m. in Ontario, but I'm going to watch it all. Quentin, you the man. Thank you. If I could give money to you guys, the viewers, I would give some to you just for staying up so late, so thank you. Goblin Toss Gaming, what do we got here? I'm just going to make sure. Should have adjusted my screensaver. Goblin, I love seeing Virtanen playing when he's one of my faves. I know you like him, Clay, so you must be. Yes, I think I've talked about Virtanen on both of the previous live streams, the end of December and last week, January 5th. Yeah, I've met him. I've met his family, local boy, of course. And I think I went on a long a long soliloquy last week about how I don't think we trade him just because he's been playing well, because you always overvalue your own guy. So we might think he's worth this and this, but I bet you 30 other GMs don't think he's worth that because they'll say, yeah, he's had a good 2 months run, but what about the first 4 years, right? And what about the guys drafted around him, whether or not that's fair or not? So that's why I don't think you trade him. I think we keep him. And he's not part of the core four, but he could be a part of our team for a long time to come. So it's been great to see. Michael Tell, hi Clay, it's very cold in Calgary. Feels like minus 37. Ugh, that's scary. Mike, I didn't know you were from there, Michael. Thank you. Well, I hope, but you're a Canucks fan, I presume. Yes, you must be. Left all around. I like Tyler Mott. I think he's a good, hard-working fourth-line player. The effort is always there from every shift from what I see. I agree with you, Lefty. Christopher DeMarco, hi, Chris. Thanks for always commenting on the videos. Edmund, same to you. Hi, hello, everybody. Hi, Edmund, thanks for commenting. Why are the Canucks so amazing? Amazing might be a bit of a stretch, but yes, they are. If you take away those 2 Florida games, right, they won. Well, you can't really take them away. So they won 7 straight before that. Canucks have won 9 of their last 11. That's pretty good. And those 2 Florida games were pretty bad, let's be honest. But the Canucks seem to have really put it behind them. Oh, you see this? That's my All-Star Cup from last year. I think you guys know the story. I think I told it last week how I went down to San Jose for the All-Star game and got to meet Elias Pettersson there. So that's one of my gifts from there. That was my dog, Mickey. He just ran in for a little bit, too. All right, let's keep going. Daniel, it goes to you. You're a great guy, very positive. I respect you for what you do. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate that, and I appreciate your generosity. Nothing to do with the money. That's a nice little bonus, but I appreciate those kind words and that you watch these videos. So thank you, Daniel. Lefty all around. The Canucks are amazing because of top 5. I presume you mean the top 5 players, Lefty, but you can let me know. White Ninja, Daniel, you legend. Daniel is a legend. Daniel Hammond, my new favorite guy. Edmund, all right, Clay, not sure what to say about Canucks this week. I guess, who do you think will be the next Canuck to get their first career hat trick? I'm going shotgun Jake. Oh, good question. I'd have to look up who hasn't got hat tricks before. I presume Pearson has one, but if not, I would say him or Jake for sure. Lefty, do you want my top 5 list? Do you want my top 5? My list ends there. Pettersson, Hughes, Markstrom, Miller, and Besser. Yeah, that makes sense. Some would put Horvat in there. Well, we call it the core 4, Horvat, Hughes, Pettersson, and Besser. Then I extended to the Fab 5. I added JT Miller in there because I wasn't thinking about goalies. But then when you add Markstrom, I don't know, we call him the 6-pack or something. But yes, I think that's a good top 5. Andrew, greetings from Shanghai. Oh, thank you, Andrew. Andrew, what time is it over there? I presume, 10 or 12 hour difference? I'm presuming it's 7 or 8 in the morning, 8:30 in the morning. Let me know, Andrew. Thanks for watching. Appreciate that. We've truly gone international. Silver, Markstrom is killing it despite that rough night against Tampa. Loving his chemistry with his team. Love your videos too, Clay. Keep them coming. Jenna from wow. Silver Fox. We have Rochester, New York. So thank you. I know that I can do math. That's 1:24 in the morning. So at least I know of an Ontario. I know of a Rochester, New York. And I know of a Shanghai. And I know of a Calgary on here. We truly are international. Thank you, Jenna. Thank you, everyone, from watching. Captain, keep up the good work. I don't care about school. Okay. Captain, that's awesome. Captain, leave me a note. Put a message. Tell me what grade you and what school you're at. Not that I'm going to write your principal or whatever, but I just appreciate you staying up. I'm not sure if I want my kids to see that, but that's okay. Jamie Sports Talk. Hey, buddy, awesome win today. Yes, I agree. A great 2 wins to wipe that Florida taste out of our mouth. Okay, now people are talking to each other, which is good, but I can't answer for them. Lefty, what are you doing in Shanghai? Andrew, if you don't mind, cool. Andrew answers back, video production. Ah, very good. Man after my own heart, even though I don't do, that's, some people ask, why do you do the one take videos as opposed to actually edit them? I know how to edit. I'm okay at it. My kids are actually better video editors, but I do edit like my song parodies and stuff. It's because I'm lazy. I love being able to, on the way to work or at work, press record on my phone, upload it to YouTube in one take, and then boom, it's done. And I think, as show-offy as it sounds, I think actually doing it in one take actually it puts a little more pressure on me and shows that I know what I'm talking about. I'm not reading a script. I'm not looking off to see my notes. I'm not reading stats. I try and memorize as many as I can. But with all due respect to other guys who edit their videos out or do voiceovers, they could very well be reading. They might not be, but they could be reading. They could be doing multiple takes. So that's just kind of my thing. It's kind of my shtick. And yeah, so thanks for asking. No one asked that. I just kind of offered that. All right, here we go. Goblin Toss. Besser's my favorite Canuck. No one trash talk. He's having a good year. I just wish he would score more. Yeah, Goblin, he does have, I think it was 18 points in his last 18 games. No points today, unfortunately, in Minnesota, but he's been playing very well. I don't worry about him. I don't worry about Horvat. It's just that now we have guys like Hughes, Pedersen, and Miller who can also share that scoring. So I think we're fine. And Tanner Pearson as well, of course. And Josh Levo before he got hurt. I remember going to Shanghai, stayed at the Hotel Yoon. Thoughts on the Cassidy Kachuk fight? Okay, here we go, Gary. I'm similar to what I've heard Brian Burke and even Dan Murphy say. I was fine with Kachuk's. Kachuk's hits were dirty, right? Close. You never want to see shots to the head. So I wasn't fine with Kachuk's hits. I was fine with Cassian trying to pound the heck out of him. But I was also fine for Kachuk not fighting back, if that makes sense. Let's say the hits were clean. Then for sure I'd be okay with Kachuk not fighting back, as cowardly as it looks. Because there's no rule that says, just because I did a clean hit and the guy's mad, didn't mean I have to fight him back. However, because the hits were borderline dirty, I don't think Kachuk was suspended today, but correct me if I'm wrong. Because they were borderline dirty, then it almost pushed me to the side where Kachuk should have stood up for himself and should have fought. But I think at the end of the day, I was okay with Cassian's response. He used language that I usually don't use, in this post game. But then I was actually okay with Kachuk not necessarily fighting back because A, he probably thought he'd get pounded, or B, maybe he thought his hits were clean. I don't know if that makes sense, but I was okay with how that whole thing played out. But I admit, I don't know if any fines or suspensions came out. I don't think so. I think I would have heard of it, but please correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know what you guys think about that whole Cassian Kachuk thing. And wouldn't it be crazy? As we know, we could have had Kachuk and we had Zach Cassian before. So history, or at least a Canucks connection, sort of. A little bit of stretch, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Daniel, no need, thank you. Honestly, if I can help with anything, even if it's a small amount, I will. Daniel, I appreciate that. Thank you. And like I said, I don't do this for the money, but I do appreciate all of you, whether you're watching, commenting, engaging, subscribing, liking, or even donating. Thank you. Lefty, Brock Besser is my top 5 all Canucks, solid player, workhorse, stronger than most people think. Yeah, he's strong on his skates for sure. He's not the fastest skater, but I think his hands make up for it for sure. I just wish his defensive play was better, but you can see he's starting to get better that way. But that was the one thing. He also makes a bunch of goofy cross-ice passes sometimes, but he passes the puck really hard. He passes the puck as hard as he shoots. And that's one thing you notice when you watch the games live at Rogers Arena. Brock Besser passes the puck really hard. Sometimes they're hard to control. Jamie Sports talk more. With the trade deadline, do you think we can make some trades? Yeah, Jamie's. I'm not sure if you heard me talk about it earlier in the live stream. I don't want them to, because I think that they're at the start of something good, and I simply don't see, unless they can add a piece without giving up too much, I don't see them making any big trades or big splash, in my opinion. Christopher, I was watching a video of yours in the offseason, and my dad registered you. Apparently, you worked for him. And my dad registered you. Apparently, you worked for him. Christopher, tell me what that means. My dad registered you. Yeah, tell me what that means, and then we can keep talking. DeMarco, I'm trying to picture who your dad is. Let me know. Write it down or send me a message. Do whatever you want. Now I'm curious. Edmund, Cassian did make some valid points in his postgame, but penalty did cost his team last night versus. Yeah, and Kachuk said that he said, we'll take the power play, we'll take the win, and we'll take first place. Goblin Toss, who are the Canucks most likely to trade at the deadline? What will the Canucks do with Maelstrom? I presume you meant Markstrom. My dog just peed, so he's going to ask for a treat. Jacob or Sean, can you give Mickey a treat before he starts barking? Okay, we'll see what happens. You can probably see him. You'll see him. Okay. See, we're multitasking here. I've said it a couple times, the trade deadline, I don't think they're going to do much. What will the Canucks do with Markstrom? I think they're going to sign him. I think there he goes. Okay, Mickey, go over there. Okay, thanks, Sean. You'll see Mickey running by the door in like 2 seconds. Okay, with Markstrom, I think they're going to sign him for 3 or 4 years, maybe 4 or 5 years, maybe $5 to $6 million a year. We will see, but I definitely think, as much as I love Demko, and I've said many times, I have it on good authority that the Canucks had, and maybe they still have high hopes for Demko, like Luongo type high hopes. I don't think you can't not sign Markstrom. He's been too valuable to this team. I'm thinking 4 years, somewhere between $5.5 to $6 million, but that's just me pulling numbers out of midair. I haven't really done a lot of research yet, admittedly. I think our division is tough, Fernando. I agree with you. How's everyone? Good. Thank you, Lethal Storm or Strom. Yeah. Shiraz. Hey, Clay, not a question, but congrats on having your vid on Quinn Hughes winning Last Man In featured on the Canucks YouTube. Oh, I didn't know that. Are you sure, Shiraz? Congrats on having your vid on Quinn Hughes winning Last Man In being featured on the Canucks YouTube. I did not know that, unless you're talking about that Canucks, you're watching one of the Canucks videos and then one of the featured videos was mine on the side. But let me know, not to show off, but I would love to know what you mean about that, Shiraz. I wasn't aware of that, but that's really cool. Thanks for that. Jacob, how many points do you think the Canucks will end up with? Oh, they're on pace for 96 at the halfway point. Now they have, 54 in 46. So extrapolate that. Yeah, I think that the 95, 96 points makes sense to me, and I do think that will be enough to get them third place in the Pacific. So let's go with 96 points. That's my guess. You guys leave your guess down below. Louis has been great recently. Yeah, Louis has been low-key, sneaky, quietly good. He's been good. Defensively, he's very responsible. Offensively, I don't think I've ever seen him win a puck race in his life, at least since he's been in the Canucks. But he's been good. You guys know the stat. The Canucks have only lost once in regulation in like 35 games when he scores a goal. And he's been great since coming back after that string of healthy scratches. Ever since Josh Leivel's injury, he's been great. Him, Pearson, and Horvat have played very well together. No complaints. Well, when you think about his salary, then you can start complaining. But he's been okay. We need a legit top 6 winger. Louis won't cut it for the playoffs. Brett, I don't disagree with you. I think they wanted Michael Furlan to be that guy, but he's shown obviously already with 2 injuries or 2 absences that he might not be that reliable. So we'll see. Yeah, but if you give up, if you go for a top 6 winger, what do you have to give up? And that's what I'm scared about. I'm not scared that Jim Benning's going to do something silly. I'm curious to see if he would even entertain that. Question for you and the boys later. What's your favorite sushi place in Richmond? Okay, we'll save that. Baseball Jones, if you're still around, because I probably won't bounce back to that. So when Jake shows up, make sure you get that in. But I do go to Matsuyama a lot. I go to Gami a lot. Those are the 2 that I go to in Richmond. Baseball Jones, are you from Richmond as well? Let me know. Lefty all around. I don't think any trades either, unless they get something really, really good, possibly trade defenseman Ben. Yeah, you trade Ben, though, or Fantenberg, which I don't think they will. I think you need depth, right? You don't want them to, but someone's going to get injured. And you need that depth, especially for the playoffs. Think of when the Canucks have gone to the playoffs before. They've gone to their 7th, 8th, 9th defenseman. So either because of injury or suspension. So I don't see them trading Ben, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Amammer Beer. We got Louis for empty net goals. Yes, he is good at those. Very consistent. And I like how they all try and pass to him. So he gets those goals, which is kind of cool. Goblin Toss. Clay, do you feel bad for Jordy Ben? I do. He was excited to play here. Now he's sitting in the press box. I feel bad, but I talked about this last week. You weren't going to bring him in when they're on a 7-game win streak, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Then when he did play, he had a really rough game. I think he played the Tampa game, right? Or the Florida game. I think he played the Tampa game. He had a really rough game. And then, he's kind of lost his spot to Fantenberg. I do think he will get his chance as we lose more or someone gets injured. And I know we have him for more than just this year. So hopefully he's taking it like a professional, like a veteran, like he is. But yeah, I'm sure for any of us, it would be tough to the ego for sure, tough for our pride. Clay, with the way Louis is playing these days, do you think he plays the rest of his contract here? Great question, Rob. No, I don't. I think he's playing because Leivel's hurt, because Sutter's hurt, and Furlan's hurt. I think if any of those guys are back, Louis not in the lineup. So I don't think I don't see him for another 3 years here. But what do you do? I know the Canucks have been working, trying to figure out something to do, whether it's bury him or trade him or whatever it may be, buy him out. I don't know. It's a tough one. It's unfortunate stuff. He's a good guy, but the contract is certainly prohibitive. Lefty, Louis doesn't even smile when his line mate scores. What kind of hockey player is that? Can't comment, Lefty, on that. I've heard different things. I've heard from, in the media, they say he's a good guy, but I've also heard from people within the team, at least one person, that he's not the most pleasant and that he doesn't actually know a lot about his teammates. That's not to spread any rumors or whatever. It's just one thing that one person said. And I do trust this person, but you know, I don't know if that was his own impression or if you heard that from other people as well, but kind of interesting. Austin, Arizona will drop out for sure. They have 3 goals in their last 3 games and looking shaky. Yeah, you know, Taylor Hall has not done much for the Arizona Coyotes. They lost today in overtime or in the shootout to Pittsburgh. So yeah, maybe they are the team that drops out as well. I wouldn't complain. Then maybe it's a 3-horse race between Vancouver, Vegas, and Calgary. Christian with the Z, nice. $6 million a year to pot empty netters, but seriously, Lou's been great lady. Yeah, agree. No disagreement there. Goblin Toss, only 24 people watching. It should be 10 million. If you're talking about my video, I'd like to correct you. It's now 63 watching, but thank you. Yeah, I think 10 million. No, I don't think 10 million should be watching this because I'd have more than one dislike. Lethal Storm, I think we can move Schaller for a roster slot for young guy. Also, could Ben be traded and have Rafferty get called up towards the end of the year? Yeah, I think they might be in no rush with Rafferty though, especially, are you going to throw him in for a playoff run or for the playoffs? I don't know. It happened to Cristana, but I'm not sure if that would work. But let's see what happens. That's a good point, Harry. If Ferland or Levo returns back, who would you replace? I do think that Eriksson is the first to come out, despite how good they are, and then I think a second to come out would be Schaller, Mott, or Beagle. You don't take Vertanen, Roussel, Gaudet out. I don't think, at least, unless Gaudet does something silly. So I think it's Eriksson first, and then one of Schaller, Beagle, Mott. That's what I would do at least. Edmund, you think Quinn has a chance to be the first Canuck to win a Norris Trophy? Yeah, not this season, but yeah, I definitely think he's got a real good chance to be at least a Norris finalist and maybe even win it. It'll be really nice, but you know, a lot of really good players. I was just thinking about this today. Who would you rather have between these 4? I know we want a 4, but between the 4 studs right now of Heiskanen from Dallas, and Dahlin from Buffalo, because we just saw him, Makar from Colorado, and Hughes from Vancouver. Which of those 4 would you? That'd be kind of interesting. Put your order down below of which 4. What order would you want of those 4? Hughes, Makar, Heiskanen, and Dahlin. I think that's a great question. Edmund. Oh, you're answering Louis. Lefty, definitely possible trade for Ben if any team shows real interest. That's fair. Lefty, Quinn has 90% chance of winning the Norris. That's very optimistic of you, but I'm a man of optimism. Oh, I gotta get going. It's 10:37 already. This is fast. A lot of penalties today. What's going on at the Wild? Yeah, they're very undisciplined. And then I looked it up. They're only tied for the 14th most penalized. So they're in the good half of the standings. I was surprised though. They did not look good today when it came to their discipline. Will Jordy Ben ever be back in the lineup? Yep. I think it's just gonna take a couple game losing streak or a bad game by Fantenberg or an injury, and then you will see Jordy Ben. Search YouTube Clay, and it's a Katy Perry Matt. Oh, okay. I will do that, nuts and bolts. Thank you. Mott RFA. Thank you, Brett. Andy, given the Matthew Tkachuk drama, did this weekend miss a reputational bullet by not drafting him? So tough to say. I think with Tkachuk, and I have him in my fantasy team, so I do follow him relatively closely. I think I'm not talking about who the Canucks drafted and said to him. I just think Matthew Tkachuk straight up, he brings more good than bad. He brings a feistiness. And I think he still will mature, right? He's a young kid. So I'd take him in my lineup any day. Good question, though, Andy. Fillmore, would Patrick Maroon be a good fit? I don't know. I've never been a big Maroon fan, kind of slow, but I know, he's a big player. Has got some good playoff experience. So maybe. Well, I haven't really thought about that. This is interesting. Patrick Maroon. Troy Stetcher's been amazing to watch it. Yeah, Troy Stetcher's been really good. Nice to see him score that goal today. Well, it'll be very interesting to see what happens when it comes to negotiating his next contract. Los Angeles. Long time no speak, Los Angeles. Do you think if the Canucks make the playoffs, we'll call up Hoglander? No, I don't think Hoglander plays for the Canucks this season. He was great at the juniors, but no experience at the pro level, at least in North America. And I think even next year might be a stretch. I think we're looking at 2 years away for him. That's just my opinion. Edmund, look at the Leafs. I bet they regret trading away Nazem Kadri. And what I'm trying to say is you don't trade for Tannen. Yes, I agree with you. Michael, yes, Clay, Canucks fan, born in BC. My son off and on, Canucks are Blue Flames. He's 7. That's awesome, Michael. You got a 7-year-old son. That's awesome. That's cool. My kid's 18, 16, and 12. So I guess I'm probably at least 10 years older than you. Archer the Wolf. Hi, Clay. Hello, Archer. Christopher. On the 16th Coyote game, we should do a meetup at the game for anyone going during the first or second period break. Yes, let's. We won't do a live stream before then, but maybe I'll tweet something out. You know, it's funny. I like to see people kind of, when I see them, I don't make a big deal about doing me organizing, but if someone else is organizing a meetup or tweet up or greet up or whatever you call it, yeah, I'll definitely come by for sure. So we can try and figure that out. Archer, I am. I'm not sure what the question was, but yeah, Cool. Edmund, yeah, I do hope JT Miller not like Ready Verbata, like one good year and fall off. Yeah, Miller, I just like so many parts of his game. I don't think it's a one and done from a standpoint of his productivity. Oh, there's Mickey. I can see him now. Watching from Miami. Oh, thank you. I'm originally from Abbotsford. That's awesome. Thank you for watching from Miami. I know it's coming up on 2 a.m. for you, so thank you. I really appreciate that. You know, you guys know as much as I love you guys being here live, you guys can like go to bed and watch this tomorrow, right? Or whenever you want, because it'll be on my channel. But this is more fun, obviously, because it's live. And then you get to see stuff like my dog running around and my kids coming in the background. Watching from Copenhagen, sweet. Anula, thank you. What time is it there? That's awesome. Thank you for doing that. I'm from Fort Langley. I was born in Richmond. Us Richmond boys are pretty good looking. Hey, you don't have to tell me that, Goblin Toss. GLCPC for life. That's pretty funny. Although I need a haircut. That's the one thing. Every week you can see the progression of my hair too. I'm kind of losing some of it. But yeah, I'll get a cut before next one for sure. Couple more. If Vancouver went out to strengthen the decor, who do you think they would get? Oh, you go anywhere that Vlog City. If you're talking, you know, you want to spend a lot of money that we don't have. Guys like Shattenkirk, Petrangelo, and Torrey Kruger are all UFAs next year, but I think they're too expensive. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't. You could name anyone, but then you got to think what do you have to give up, and is the other team even going to give that person up? Archer the Wolf, let's hope they win in Winnipeg. I agree. Winnipeg's right behind us. Same amount of games, only 2 points. They have 52 points in 46 games. So they're basically equal to us. So we're not the heavy favorite. They're not the heavy favorite. It should be a really good game. A chance for the Canucks to come back 500 on this road trip. Christopher, you are like the hockey. Anula, I'm Swedish. Cool. AM Swedish. That's either AM Swedish or you are Swedish. I think it's M Swedish as in you are Swedish. Christopher, you are like the hockey guy. One take. Do you watch his videos? Christopher, good question. No, I don't watch his videos. I'm aware of him. And I think he does great stuff. He obviously has built up a really good following. But no, I don't watch his videos. I actually don't watch. I watch some of Lego Rocks. I watch some of Rob Talks Hockey. And a couple of the other smaller channels. But those, and I don't get to see all their videos though, admittedly. Moroki on defense as well. But no, I don't watch the hockey guys' videos. I think he's doing good. It's just not, I know he's one take two, just not my style. But I applaud him. I just said it's not my style, but we both do one take. But I think there's just a different energy. But he's doing great work, and he's obviously puts a lot of time and energy. And I really give him props for that. He is doing good stuff. And I hear that Shannon's a super nice guy too, which is really cool. But no, to answer your question honestly, I don't watch his videos. Your one take format, I definitely love this about your videos. It feels more organic as a result. Thank you, Shiraz. I appreciate that. And yeah, I will. The real reason now, you know, as insiders, is because I'm lazy. But I will like to say that it does hopefully show my knowledge and my passion and my public speaking skills as well. Cody, hey Clay, what opponents would you prefer we play make the playoffs, and who do you specifically want to avoid? I want to avoid Vegas. Boom, there, done that. Whether it's a 1 versus wild card, whether it's a 2-3, I want to avoid Vegas. I just think despite our last victory against them, that's a tough team. They're fast, they're big, they got great goaltending. Marc-Andre Fleury can still steal games. So I would take Calgary, I would take Arizona, I would take Edmonton. I think we really match up well against Calgary and Edmonton, quite frankly. So I would take one of those two teams, and I would not want to play Vegas. Thank you for Elias Pettersson. Yeah, that's funny. Anula, you're welcome. Guess you know myself, I'm a hardcore fan of him. We all are, Anula. We are. Lefty, Casting seems to be playing well this year. Must be laying off the sauce and partying. I will not judge. I will not comment. Archer, I feel like this chat is delayed for him. If you're talking about me, yeah, it's because I answer all the questions in order. So that's why I try and catch up as much as I can, but often because I talk so much. Okay, I'm going to have to speed up because Jake's supposed to come down in the next few minutes. I'm going to just rip through these things. And if there's anything to learn, it's because I talk so much, and I don't want to keep you longer than an hour. Just get your question in early. That way I'll get to it. Or maybe I should stop just repeating myself too. Okay, here we go. How can we strengthen decor? I'd love to have someone who will use body and be more physical presence. Myers and cutting for me. Myers been up and down, but yes, like I just said, it's strengthen the D. You got to give something out, but I don't know if the Canucks want to do that. I really think they believe in their current guys right now. Anula, sorry, got you wrong the first time. CD, hi Clay, what are your thoughts on Demko? Seems like coaches don't have much faith in him. Do you think they try to move Demko before the expansion draft? Sign Markstrom, obviously. Very quickly, I know the Canucks still have high hopes for Demko. I think he still needs a chance to play. I think he should play 1 out of every 3 games. And when it comes to expansion draft, I think if they like Markstrom's contract and Markstrom is still playing well next year, they might try and move Demko to get some assets, knowing that Micah DiPietro is coming up as well. I'd hate to see it, but that's what an expansion draft does to you. For Markey, I would do 3-year contract between 5 and 6. Yeah. Edmund limited, no trade clause. Maybe last year team option. Yeah, that makes sense. Shiraz, I wasn't sure if you knew that. No, it was actually by the Canucks. Yes, I am sure. Okay, if you're talking about that YouTube featured video, that's really awesome. Shiraz, let me know. I'll see that. Oh, okay. Never mind. I see. I'm just looking ahead. Jake, sit down there for 3 minutes.
I'll just come back.
Okay. Come back in 3 minutes. Bring Sean with you.
Okay.
If he wants to. Lefty. Okay. 3-minute warning. We're going to get to Jake at 10:50 for sure. For the last 10 minutes. Lefty, that is right. Louis never won a puck race. If I was the coach, I would ask him that. Edmund, if Canucks were to trade a prospect, I'd be entertain the idea of Juolevi, maybe yes. But you got to think of what's the other team going to think of Juolevi given his history. Are we going to get anything for him? Mind you, to maybe only. Shiraz, can't find it now. Maybe I was wrong, but I swear I saw it showing Canucks at the channel. Anyway, we did it. Oh, you know why, Shiraz? Tell me if this is it. I used the Canucks thumbnail, what they put on Twitter, as my thumbnail for my YouTube video. Maybe that's what it was, maybe not. Sex symbol, nice name. Top 6. Why not re-sign Thomas Vanek? He had great chemistry with Brock, etc. Your thoughts, Clay? Where's Vanek playing? I don't. Tell me more about him and how old is he? Can he still skate? I'm not sure. Christopher, when Levo comes back in a few months, will it be low-key big for us? Yeah, if he can continue the way he was playing, I think he's a perfect definition of secondary scoring. So I would love him to be reunite with Pearson and Horvat if we don't have anyone else. Clay, do you think Canucks will win on Thursday? Absolutely yes, because I'm going to be there. Daljeet, how much will the Canucks pay to Petty? Not sure what that means. Hopefully, Daljeet, you write that again. Oh, pay to PD probably. I think what do you think? 10, 11 million? Long term? We'll see. Haven't thought about that, but that's something that's going to come up probably by next year for sure. Anula, are fans in Vancouver excited about Podkolzin? Don't hear so much about him. More talk about Höglander. Höglander is the more flashy player. Podkolzin was drafted a round earlier. I think Canucks fans are equally excited for both, but Höglander is certainly more flashy player, but Podkolzin made it further in the World Championships, the juniors. I think Canucks fans are equally excited. Both different aspects of both players, I think, appeal to Canucks fans. Who is better, Markstrom or Corey Schneider in his prime? I like as much as I like Schneider. I don't remember Schneider doing what Markstrom is doing right now for this consistent long time, but that's because Schneider could barely get in because of Luongo. And then when he did get in, he did play very well. And I do like Schneider, so I don't want to just dismiss it. I'd have to look at the numbers, but my recency bias, my old man memory, I can only remember what Markstrom's doing right now, and he looks really good. Okay, Darlene, Mark, yeah. If we were going to trade a D-man, would you rather trade Tanev or Myers? Because of contract, I would trade Tanev because he's a UFA, and we have Myers for a while. Makar, Hughes, Darlene, and Dallas D-man. Shanoy, Darlene. Okay, so we got some lists there. Good. Christopher, sorry, I meant to say that you worked for my dad. I don't remember when it was. Christopher DeMarco, is your dad Dino? If your dad is, that makes sense now. Christopher, if your dad is Dino, yes. I worked with your dad at Price Waterhouse way back in the day. That was about 25 years ago. That's cool. Amjad, is Markey the best goaltender in the NHL? No, but he's definitely top 5, top 10, top 5. 39 minutes straight. How do you do it? Canucks Convo, my guys. That's Chris Faber and David Quadrelli. I hope you guys listen to them. I'm not wearing their shirt. I feel bad, but I was wearing it in my vlogs yesterday. It is Chris Faber here. Go check out their podcast, you guys. Check out their Twitter account. These guys, they know their stuff. They're both BCIT students. They're really bright guys. Speaking of two bright guys, look at these guys. I'll get to you guys in 2 minutes. But yeah, Chris, thanks for jumping on. I appreciate, I've always appreciated your support, and I know that you know that I support and love the work you guys do as well. So Canucks Conversation, awesome Canucks podcast. Make sure you check it out. 39 minutes straight, yeah. It's certainly a one-take wonder, but people are wondering why I do this in one take. I've made a lot of errors, and I stutter a lot when I get excited. Okay, I'm going to do these last 10, and then we're going to get these boys in there. Will Canucks add at the deadline? Will they sell? No, I've said a couple times, I think they got to stay the course because this first year is the start of many good years. Edmund, Clay, I get your Asian hair. It goes back so fast. I'm taking that as a compliment. Thank you. Anula, 7:41 Monday morning, soon off to work. Have a great day. Anula, God bless you. Thank you for watching. Anula, I am Swedish. I figured that from the other stuff. You talked about Pettersson and Höglander. Lefty, have you ever heard of Anders Hedberg? Okay, you're talking to Anula. That's fine. You guys can talk later. So how you doing? Vegas, why not St. Louis? Oh, I was just talking about Pacific Division. Yes, we could face St. Louis first if they're number 1 and we're in a wild card, but I was talking about Pacific Division. You're right. St. Louis is the one team that I don't I think we'd have trouble with. But no, we played them pretty good, despite giving up 3-0s in overtime against them. Michael, if we make the playoffs, I want to face Flames first round so I can go see a playoff game and bring your son. Yes, your 7-year-old son, you should do that. Got to go. Bye, Clay. Bye, Archer. Mr. Nutsack, one of the worst names on Twitter, on YouTube. Hi, Clay. What do you consider to be the Canucks' weakest link? I think it's the second line. It's below average. Horvat is legit. Pearson, nope. He wouldn't make the Kings' top 6. Okay, all those things. The Canucks' biggest weakness right now, positionally, yeah, their second line is being good, but you're right. It doesn't compare to, say, other second lines across the league. Third pair D, maybe, depending on how Stetcher's doing, or if Vandenberg or Ben. Yeah, maybe one of those two. Their second, and even our third line, as much as I like Gaudette, Roussel, and Vertanen, I think they can be more consistent, but they've been quite consistent recently. All right, a couple more, and then we're going to get to the boys. Yes, for sure. Okay, Chris, yeah, my dad is Dino. Awesome. Lefty. Who was that singing with you in your music video? Pedersen, I sure love to be deep by you. Oh, that was Marie Huey. So I'm not sure you were around. Yeah, Lefty, you were here at the start. Marie, not my wife, but our good friend from church back in the day. That is Marie, and I do most of my Canucks music with Marie. So how you doing? What I meant, Vegas, why not St. Louis? Those are two teams I hate to. Yes, I agree. Vegas and St. Louis, I hate to play both of them. Okay, it is now 10:50. We're going to cut this up at 11 or maybe a tiny bit later if it's going well. I kind of feel bad because these guys have school tomorrow unless we get snowed out. So without further ado, I'll do quick introductions. So one of you guys sit here, or actually Sean, you sit here, and I'll stand behind you guys. And I'll try and read from here, yeah. You guys, but I'll just sit really close to you guys. All right, come here.
I call wager.
Okay, hurry up.
I call wager.
Relax. You relax. We gotta go fast here. Okay, everyone. I'll let them introduce themselves, 30 seconds or less, and then we're gonna read some questions. Go.
Hi, I'm Jacob.
No, 30 seconds consecutively. Go.
Oh, I'm Jacob.
He doesn't know that many words.
Quiet.
I am very good at Canucks. I'm probably the most intelligent one here about the topic. I know a whole 4 players on the team right now. Sedins don't play anymore, right?
Right.
Unfortunately.
And you have been a regular contributor to these
I've been.
live
This is
streams.
my 3rd time here. Your turn.
Nice.
Okay, and grade 11
Oh, I have to say that. I'm
Hurry up.
grade 11
at Hugh Boyd,
at Hugh Boyd Secondary School in Richmond.
and national bowling champion.
That's not necessary.
But is it true? Yes or no?
Yeah, sure.
Like this guy.
Jake, have you ever sworn in front of your parents?
No,
Sorry.
no, I
Sorry.
asked the question.
Sorry, I'm reading the question.
That's
Hi,
okay.
my name is
I
Sean. I'm a first-year student at the Sauter School of Business at UBC. I actually know more about the Canucks. Today was a good day. Game was
Put your
fun.
chair down. You're not taller than him.
I might not.
Yeah, really.
There.
Now I
That's
feel
more
too
accurate. Okay,
Today was fun. Good win today. It was a lot of fun switching between the Canucks game and the Chiefs. If anyone saw that Chiefs comeback,
we're
wow, that
winning.
was crazy.
We're talking about Canucks here. Okay.
And the Seahawks lost. So I'm
Okay.
kinda
So
sad about
first
that.
year Sauter student, pride of the
Yes.
family.
I'm pride of the
family. We have a daughter. I have a daughter, Kayla, wife Gail. So the 2 ladies are upstairs, but the emo boys are here with you for the next 10 minutes. And Sean was away for the last 2 weeks in Mexico, right? Okay, so we got some questions for you. You guys ready?
Okay.
The first one is actually not on there. It was favorite Japanese restaurant, sushi restaurant in Richmond.
3, 2, 1. Nikazu.
Matsuyama. I like Matsuyama. Ninkazu is really good for all you can eat though. That's always a go-to if I'm super hungry. But Matsuyama, especially late night after 9, it's the best.
Yeah, you?
Ninkazu. I like the soup.
So how you doing? Have a good night, Clay. Enjoy the snow. Thank you. So how you doing? Why is Mickey barking?
Mickey, be quiet.
Yeah, I'll have to go get him after. Ryan, hey Clay, I'm late to the chat. Ryan, thanks for coming, considering we're going to end it in the next 5 minutes. But I do appreciate you showing up, Ryan, even though you asked me to remind you on Twitter and I told you it started at 10. But better late than never, as the saying goes. Okay, we got some questions for these guys. Michael, snow. We got close to a foot here since October. Wow, left you all around.
Nice.
Ryan, hi, hey Sean and Jacob.
What's up?
Hey,
Left you all around. Sarcasm at its best.
Jacob probably. Talking about the Canucks.
Okay. Goblin toss. Jake, have you ever swore in front of your parents?
Have I? No.
I'm gonna go get the dog.
Never. Never.
We'll take over.
You guys keep reading.
We'll take over.
Sean, you read.
Okay. Christopher, you go to BD. Awesome. Really cool.
What's that?
Sean, how was Mexico? Mexico was a lot of fun. Thanks for asking. I was there for the holidays. It was my first time there. We stayed in Mexico City. Lots of fun. My team, the Green Bay Packers, won. Congrats. I hope you
Yay.
guys win. I hope you guys win. I hate the 49ers.
Next question.
Did your oldest boy ever play organized hockey? No, I played football in high school.
Wait, calm down. Now I'm
Yeah,
back
you-
here.
you played
You
organized.
hockey. You played that.
Yeah, ball.
I played like Cosman ball hockey, but I don't count that.
Tell them about your strategy. What kind of player were you?
Oh, I was the ultimate cherry picker. Great hands, slow speed.
You don't even know what cherry picker means.
Yeah, it's when the guy goes down, like
Goal
when there's
suck.
no offside.
So Sean did have good hands, no stamina, so he would wait at basically the center line, wait for one of his good D-men to make a good clearing pass, and then Sean would roof it every time, and he was probably the league's leading scorer.
I was very fat.
Fat?
Yeah, I was fat.
Like PHAT?
Sean, do you speak Spanish?
No, but I'm trying to learn. It's difficult though. What kind of dog do you boys have?
This is Mickey.
He is a
Shit.
Shih Tzu.
I can't swear in front of you.
What was your answer to, have you ever sworn in front of your
Never,
parents?
never. Shih Tzu.
I've heard this guy swear, but mostly in sporting environments.
Jacob, do you think Pavel will score 30 plus goals this year?
Pavel. Is that a made up name?
Wait,
No.
first, no, Michael said,
Oh.
hi boys and Mickey. Yes, this is Mickey.
Oh, hey.
Actually, no E though, it's M-I-C-K-Y. I hear him or her barking. It is a him.
Yep.
Thank you. Mickey is a boy. There it is. Amjad, first. Who's your favorite Canuck?
Oh,
Go.
the Pedersen.
I really like Bo Horvat.
Good. Now, Jacob,
Good answer.
do you think Pavel Bure will score 30 or more goals this year?
I think it's Beery.
Okay, but do you think Pavel Bure will score more than 30 goals this year?
Yes, because there's so many games. All you have to do is just get one at least, and then per game, and then boom, you get so many goals.
Jacob, are you being serious? Pavel Bure retired like 20 years ago.
I meant in like unorganized hockey. Boom.
Sean and Jacob, who's smarter? Definitely me.
Me.
100%.
Who can name more players on the Canucks? It'd be me out of the two of us.
Canucks Convo. So this is Chris Faber, the host of the awesome
Yeah,
podcast.
how you doing, Chris? Good to see you.
Good job.
What are you good? You can't see him. You can just read him.
Good to read from you.
Okay. Where is he? Oh yeah.
Best
Best
game
game you
you've
guys
ever-
have ever been to.
Go first.
The
Calm down.
I don't remember any games. The one with Luongo.
The one with
Luongo?
No. We talked about this last week.
When we played against
Yeah,
Luongo.
Jacob
when
was
he's
at-
on the Panthers.
His
Very
first game
good.
back?
I brought Jacob to win, and I think Henrik scored his 1,000th point against Luongo because I remember Luongo went to like tap Henrik on the helmet.
Oh, you went to that game?
Yeah.
That game.
What were yours?
My favorite game was Sedin's last home game against Arizona.
Yep.
Arizona with the OT winner. That game was awesome.
And what
A lot of fun.
happened before the game?
Oh, we were down at the tunnel. We did the thing where the players come out and then we get to that was cool.
Okay. Good. What players do you think the Canucks should trade?
I'll let you go with this one first.
Trade depends. I think we should look at maybe a prospect, maybe someone in the bottom six. But for now, I kind of like things as they are. Maybe just something to strengthen up the back end a little bit, if anything. You?
Same.
Nice.
Yeah, we want someone on the lower end to help our back end. Next question.
You should not talk about your back end.
Nice.
What position did you play in football? I'm guessing defense, safety, or defensive back.
I played both ways. I played safety on defense, and I was a running back on offense.
A very good running back.
I was okay.
Only one concussion.
Only one, thank goodness.
We'll talk about that next
Praise the
week.
Lord.
I was a bit better.
Oh yeah, when Jake played football, what did you play?
I played water boy, bench warmer. I did actually play wide receiver. I had good hands. And then I played the corner guy, that too.
Nice.
And then you did have one kick return.
Yes,
interception.
I intercepted pick six,
95 yards.
110 yards. 'cause you played
110 yards.
Canadian.
But
My friend fell over and the guy tripped over him, so it was called back. But I had a really nice move.
okay, we're gonna wrap this up in the last 5 minutes.
Okay, here we go.
I read. Rob, this one's for you, Clay. Which of the boys would win in a fight? Right now, definitely Sean. He's got a bit more girth. Like just.
What are you trying to say?
Well, I have the ultimate girth. If you ask who would win in a rumble between the three of us, I still have dad's strength. He's got pure strength. This guy's
I have stamina.
This guy's very fast. So I think in the battle between these two guys, he would like stick and jab and move, stick and move, or whatever it's called. This guy would just grab him and crush him. Yeah, there.
We should play.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay, Michael, I got Chihuahua mixed dash hound. Cool. Goblin, if the Canucks were to rename a captain besides Horvat, who would it be?
Good.
Mark's.
Yes, we have had a goalie as a
Pedersen.
captain. Okay, who do you say?
I would also say Pedersen.
Okay,
But
good.
not yet.
I got it right.
Good. Elise Pedersen should be the captain, right, boys? It says. Yeah.
You want to go? I think that he gets enough attention as is just because he is the best player on our team, and I think kind of it's good for to let Bo handle some of that. Don't want to overwhelm him.
That's right. Besser are good too. But that's not what we're talking about right now. You see, yep.
What was the significance of Besser's game today? Like, what was it special about this game today?
He shot his slap shot.
No, about going back to Minnesota. Do you know anything about that? He's from Minnesota.
Oh, and we played the Minnesota Wild today, and we won
What was the score?
5-1,
Close. What was the score?
Today?
Yeah.
6-1.
4-1.
Yes, it was 4-1. All right, a few more, and then we're almost done. Sean, why isn't Brock using a shot first season? Does it bother you that they're passing too much on power play 1?
First question: why isn't Brock using a shot? I think it's actually because of the presence of Pedersen. I feel like he's starting to overthink his game too much, and he's just got to kind of let it go. Does it bother me that they're passing too much on power play 1? I don't mind the passing. I mind the fact that they look very stagnant and that they're just waiting for the perfect play or the perfect shot. And I think that puts us in a lot of bad situations.
And if you remember, and we didn't plan this is exactly what I talked about earlier when I talked about the difference between power play 1 and power play 2. Power play 2, because of guys like Gaudette, Vertanen, Pearson, and Roussel, they're more direct, right? They gain the zone. They
Actually,
shoot.
when you looked at the Minnesota power play today, I think they mentioned it, there was a lot more urgency. They're putting everything on net sort of thing and waiting for rebounds. But it seems like the first one's just trying to be too pretty.
All right, here we go. Jacob, how much money does Roberto Luongo cost against the cap for the Canucks?
That's a tough question.
Cap.
So basically, we got penalized by the league because of the contract that we signed with him way back in like 06, 07.
Really?
Or whatever it was. Or
Why?
2000. No, it was later than
Was
that.
he too good?
Actually, I think it was way later than that, but it doesn't matter. Now we're penalized for the next couple of seasons. How much money do you think it's going to cost us against our salary cap?
About 15
15 what?
big ones.
Nice. I believe it's $3 million a year.
Something like that.
Something close to that. Okay, good try. Good luck at school, guys. Jacob, should we trade Trevor Linden?
Trevor Linden's our captain.
So dumb.
You just said
Trevor Linden's our coach.
No.
No, wait. No, Trevor Linden doesn't play. He's old.
he used to be here.
See, Dad.
And then
No. Stupid. He's out of the organization.
Oh.
Which is unfortunate because he was a captain. Okay. Who's Kreskin? Is that
Wait, what are we talking about?
no? Yeah, I was right.
Yeah.
Kreskin strikes again. What's that mean?
Kreskin.
I'm not sure.
I think it's a pop culture reference we don't get.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rank your least favorite to favorite Canadian NHL teams.
You go
I
first.
don't know all of them.
Just try.
Canucks,
We're gonna wrap up in the next 3 minutes, just
Canucks.
so everyone knows.
Toronto, because of my boy, the good guy, Austin
least-
Matthews.
You like him?
No, this is least favorite to best. he
Least to
said.
best.
Oh,
Do you know all 17?
Edmonton,
Yeah.
bottom. Wild.
Canadian!
Minnesota's not in Canada. No, it's not. I mean, Colorado. No.
Okay, forget it. You go.
What's that team?
I'll go Oilers. Oh, shoot. Oilers, Flames, Leafs, Habs, Senators, Jets, Canucks.
Nicely done.
Who's the circle
Those are
team?
my 7.
What do you mean circles? So many of them have circles.
Avalanche.
Actually, mine's very close to Calgary's my. Not that you guys asked me, but Calgary's my least favorite. Then Edmonton. I don't really like Ottawa. I don't mind Toronto's 4th. Then I go Montreal, Winnipeg, Vancouver. Winnipeg is definitely my second favorite Canadian team.
Leafs suck.
Okay, we are going to finish this off. Jacob, should the Canucks trade for Wayne Gretzky?
Wayne Gretzky's not playing anymore. Good try. He retired. Number 99.
Do you own any jerseys? This is for you, skate or Orca?
I own a Horvat, Orca, and a white skate jersey that I got from my uncle.
And you borrow the rest from me.
And I borrowed the rest from him.
Orcas.
Which is fine.
Depends on the mood.
How do I deal with my annoying little brother without eating him up?
I think that's.
I think that's beating. Do you think it's should it be beating?
Yeah, Goblin toss. Do you eat your brother? That's
Please don't eat your brother.
That's bad for you.
A little messed
I
up.
heard
But
it's
if the question was how do I deal with my annoying little brother without beating him up, how would
That's
you
a
answer
question
that?
for you.
I may tend to do that. Well, I mean, it's okay once in a while. I think silent treatment is the best treatment.
And sometimes we just pray.
He just prays.
Pray for my kids. Edmund,
for you.
awesome seeing Jacob learn about the old school Canucks.
Jacob needs to do more.
Jacob needs to do more research on hockey
geography.
and his geography. So you're getting a lot of tips, you know, a lot of work on your geography, work on your hockey knowledge.
Thanks.
But people still really like you, and they get
Thanks.
excited. Will anyone wear? Oh, here's okay. Last 3 questions. Will anyone wear number 99 again in the NHL?
No, because that number is the only number that's retired for the entire league.
Is that true?
It's not official, but I think
Yeah,
it's like I think it's
No one wears number 99.
Okay, good.
I
Yeah, no,
think-
that's true. No one would.
No one would. It's a respect thing, I think.
Okay. Our man says emo boys. Yeah.
What's up, everyone?
Yeah, that's true. See, I'm right.
What's your favorite Canucks logo?
Skate.
What's the skate?
The one.
Oh, I like the black and yellow one.
with the V
The
Yeah.
V or,
or the black
skate?
and yellow skate.
The one that we're wearing this
No,
year?
the one that's on
No,
my rain jacket.
I like the circle one. Yeah.
Is the skate.
Yeah, skate.
Yeah. Okay. And then last question, because it's not on there. I'm gonna ask you guys. Okay. Emo, more like emo.
That's how we say it.
That's how we say it.
Good.
Do these guys look like me? That's my last question to you.
Say no.
Do either of these guys look like me?
Say no.
This is Sean.
Say no.
This is Jacob.
Say no.
We'll see how the comments rate
Jacob
in.
Moore. No. No.
No. Oh no. Yup. Yes, I can see it. Sean. Oh. That's tough.
So we got 1 vote for Jake,
That's
1 vote for
tough.
Sean. Jake
Jacob
doesn't.
Dang.
Not Clay is too good looking to be topped.
Wow.
Goblin's my
You're a
favorite.
fanboy. I like it.
Yeah. Or girl.
Fan Goblin.
Fun.
Goblin, are you a dude?
Yes, Sean. The one
Maybe
on the
40
right.
years ago. Got him.
The one on the right does.
That's an
you.
awesome
No,
name.
you're right or our right.
No,
No,
they're
no,
right.
they're right.
It's theirs. So Sean.
Aaliyah's best.
I'm a
person.
dude. Thank you,
Awesome.
Goblin. Okay.
That's
That's
100% more hair though. Okay, so you guys, I would just do my wrap up here. Thank you, everyone. We went an hour 7, hour 6, hour 7. This will obviously be posted to YouTube with the full chat log later today as soon as I press upload and process. So thank you. Remember, every Sunday night, we're going to do this. We're going to do this live because One Take Wonder, a chance to talk Canucks. Between now and then, the Canucks will play 3 games. They're in Winnipeg to finish out the road trip on Tuesday. Then they're hosting Arizona. I'm bringing, I think, this guy to that game. And then hosting San Jose on Saturday. I'm bringing this guy to that game. So if you're at those games, you can actually meet Sean. You can meet Jake. And don't forget, I have some cool news to share later this week about something that I'm working on at the San Jose game in particular. That's why I need someone there. Not that you couldn't, but I need someone there to help me. You will see. So thank you for watching. Appreciate you taking the time. Enjoy your week. Be safe in the snow no matter where you are. And those of you watching overseas, different countries, different provinces, we appreciate you very much.
Thank you.
So for Sean, for Jake, thank you. God bless and go Canucks go.
You're so lame.
Ow. You know how to end this?